Welcome to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor,
Fat and talentless!
Matt Flowers,
Give me what I want!
Mark Hallbacher,
Is that okay, 2019?
and Corey Castle.
Tell everybody that you love them. So enjoy your life.
You're such a hippie.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm so glad we just did that. Oh, man. What's going on? It's another episode of Rassle Rock.
Welcome back to Rassle Rock, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Sorry, we kind of came out of the gates hot before we even started the show.
Yeah. I didn't even want to come in today because I was so bitter about everything that... I was just a bitter boy about wrestling this week.
I'm not bitter.
And now I'm happy because I'm... Why?
Why?
What
made you
did
bitter?
you see Hell in a Cell?
Yeah,
The rest of the week was amazing.
Look, okay.
Except for Raw. Raw was terrible.
Our energy and our emotions, we have such a finite time on this planet.
Oh, listen.
Let's
start with your hippie BS. I'm going to throw my headphones off and I'm going to
can't-
drive back to Philadelphia.
I can only be so upset about something for so much time.
I was upset all week.
Oh, no.
The only thing
I don't get
The only
affected
thing I
by
was upset is how people are morons. They're like, they ruined Bray Wyatt. No, they didn't ruin
no.
Bray Wyatt. They ruined Seth Rollins.
I think they ruined Bray Wyatt as well.
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did because did you see the he attacked Cesaro after Raw?
And he got...
He got a huge reaction.
But here's what I think. I think they've ruined what they wanted to get out of the Bray Wyatt character. You know
How
what I
so?
mean? Like, I think they kind of had a vision of where they want to go with the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, and then I think all of that happened just kind of because fans were cheering him. I don't think the WWE wanted that.
No.
you know?
Didn't the Tyson Fury guy, didn't he knock out Cesaro after Raw was over?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The worst
that's why he was still
working
in the
punches
ring.
ever.
Here's
dude.
the thing about that. He has to throw punches like that because if he accidentally connects, he will rip someone's head off.
Yeah.
He's a heavyweight boxer.
Someone needs to show him how to work
they
a punch.
just
Well, that's my point. Is
Yeah.
they didn't have.
I think they fast tracked him.
How
and
many
just-
how many Hall of Famers do you have back there to just
Yo,
do one of these?
I don't think that was
Michaels
a
is
WWE
back there, yo.
Who?
Michaels is back there. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes. I mean, he throws the best punches.
Yeah,
He
and then
throws the best punches.
then Tyson Fury can actually hit him in the same eye, and maybe he'll fix it. So.
Right.
The Rock
Well,
was
like-
on the same show. The Rock has great punches.
Right, yeah.
He's The Rock. He's not going to take time. Sir, can
Tyson Fury, who's that ding dong? I'm not teaching him how to throw a punch.
I love the word ding dong, dude.
I honestly don't think Tyson Fury was a WWE idea. I think that was Fox pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
And
then
he
he-
was fast tracked, like you said, and the guy doesn't know how to throw a damn punch yet, or fit
You're
a work
right.
punch.
You're right.
I love the when he tried to use what's the Braun Strowman's catchphrase? And he's like, "You're gonna get these hands."
Yeah, it was so lame.
Yeah.
He's going to get these hands.
I'm gonna give
These
him.
hands will be his.
I will give him all of these hands. It was just a
I
weird.
hated the whole Tyson Fury thing.
You know what though?
What a ding dong!
Dude, what would happen if he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to eat your butt"?
There you go, Jay Gomez.
What would-
Put us on your channel.
what would
You know what, Braun Strowman? I'm going to get your hands, I'm going to eat them, and then your butt. I'm going to eat your butt, Braun Strowman.
It's gonna be like Sin City. He ate my hands and he made me watch. He made me watch.
I just hope Tyson Fury throws a non-work punch and knocks out Braun Strowman, and I don't have to watch Braun Strowman on television anymore because I'm sick of him being this guy.
Yeah,
that
his mystique is.
They
no
dropped
one
the
can
ball
beat.
with him
Same
so
here.
long ago.
Same here. He had Mystique like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then
It's the same thing. No one can beat him but Seth Rollins.
They made a mystique mistake.
And I was so excited on Monday to see Seth Rollins get booed off the stage, and they were smart enough not to put him on television.
I didn't see
you know
him
what?
on Raw at all, was he?
He was not on Raw.
and I was
that
amped
made
to
me
see him.
even more angry.
Just
'Cause
it's like a marinade, a marinade in the.
Well, he's
Failure.
opening up SmackDown tonight against Roman
Against-
Reigns.
That's
So
stupid, too.
I'm
Jesus
so
Christ.
curious to see what's going to happen there.
Did you say curious or furious? Because I'm the latter.
Which one are you?
I'm furious.
They just go.
Hi, I'm
That's a
curious.
I'm very,
good tag
I'm very
team.
vi-curious.
They go out there.
I'm
Down the aisle.
bi-furious.
They go out there like a long-haired Abbott and Costello. So, did you see any great matches lately? And everybody just boos the hell out of both of them.
You look like Nathan Lane when you said that.
Oh,
Oh, Nathan Lane.
What is?
Did anybody see Hell in a Cell?
We're all four of us are not allowed to be separated for more than 2 weeks.
Oh my god! Just because the wheels come off the bus real quick,
real fast.
yeah.
By the way, dude, I love.
And then Braun Strowman flips the bus over.
I love the photo you texted because the Hell in the Cell was red.
And
so
there was just a picture of a red milk crate.
What was your initial thoughts when you saw that like the presentation of the match with the red cell
and then
the lights?
I liked it.
Loved
Did you
it.
like the lights?
I liked it.
I didn't have a problem with the lights either.
I didn't have a problem with the match. Yeah,
right, exactly.
The match I thought was great, and then that finish happened, and it was dumb as hell, and it was probably the most frustrating thing that a lot of fans have seen since the 2015 Royal Rumble with Roman Reigns.
There was so many other directions it could have went.
Somebody said, and I don't know, I don't follow the Twitter, but somebody said that WWE that day had put up a poll like, how do you think that Hell in a Cell match is going to end? Bray Wyatt
Nobody
winning,
said disqualification.
Seth Rollins winning, and then another option was disqualification. They set it up in their Twitter before it ever happened that's a possibility. Which it's not. It's not a possibility.
Was DQ like 0%?
I don't know how many percent. But I mean, like if they put that as an option on a Twitter poll before it ever started, people must have like the people who follow the Twitter or go on the poll go, what? They're setting a possibility for disqualification.
Dude, do you think Triple H, when that all went down, went, oh my god, I forgot Xbox is on that show right now? Because Xbox lost his mind, and I'm not a fan of him. He was my hero.
Oh yeah,
he's like, there's no disqualification. Like this must. He just lost his mind.
Yeah, he was like, I don't care. They're probably not going to invite me back to one of these.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like, oh yeah, it's okay.
It was one of those it was one of those like round table things. Was that what it was?
Yeah, it's one of those watch-alongs.
They're doing a watch along like what Culture and all those guys do now. So they're trying to steal it and just have like famous people on there. Like Cesaro was on one of them.
Yeah.
But X-Pac was on there. He shifted out of his couch to the edge. And he's like, how? And it was just great. Like seeing his face. And
he was pissed. Like X-Pac was pissed for no reason.
And like I said, Triple H was sitting in the in the gorilla position. He's like, damn it, I forgot Pac was there.
Damn it.
There goes another one of my friends. He's not allowed back.
I was so taken aback by it, but then I was like, okay, well, let's watch Raw and see what they do with it. And that was nothing. They were just like, you know what?
Ignored it.
Let's ignore it. Let's pretend all our fans are stupid and they're just going to forget by next Monday. And that pissed me off so much that I was just like...
They opened with the whole lash.
What was that?
Dude, what was that? It's trash, man.
I'm banging your wife. Yeah. I'm banging your wife. And
oh my
God.
the
only thing that helped is Rusev like destroyed those two outside. And the crowd popped for that, which was like, oh, thank God. But Russo doesn't look. I keep calling Russo. I hang out with too many Degos.
Listen, bro.
Say that.
Listen, bro. I just destroyed those two guys on the outside because Lashley's banging my wife, bro.
Listen, bro. Bobby Lashley's
we're gonna have a Lana on a pole match, bro.
We're gonna bang your wife, bro. And you're gonna have a mustache and watch us eat her butt.
I would have paid to see that.
What was his? Speaking of Vince Russo, real quick, what was his name back in like
Vic Venom?
Vic Venom.
Yeah.
I just saw like a little clip of him when he was on like Livewire with Vince McMahon. I'm running the WWE magazine, bro. Oh my God! My fans want to know, Vince, what's going on? And it was so ridiculous.
And it just sucked because Hell in a Cell, Becky and Sasha.
Killed it.
They murdered.
Awesome.
That spot where she put the chair into the kendo stick, and then it did nothing for but it was just such a cool spot. Like
I love the Meteora into the ladder on the outside. It looked like she murdered her.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more kendo sticks. They use kendo sticks in everything now.
I'm sorry, Sasha proved that they always push, like, you know how much I can't stand Charlotte. Sasha is 10 times the wrestler Charlotte is. She is just, her mind, how she wrestles in that ring, and like her pacing, she's just amazing to watch.
She's so talented.
So talented.
She's so hot.
And then Daniel Bryan and Reigns, who people can talk trash about Reigns all they want. Reigns is great.
Yeah.
And then
that was a good match.
Eric Rowan, since he's been side by side with Daniel Bryan, is light years better than he was ever in the Y family.
Y family or anything, yeah.
And then you got Luke Harper with him, and that match was a banger.
Yeah.
Those guys did great stuff in the ring. And then it was like, meh. And then you get to see Asuka spit mist, which was so cool.
It's weird. They had like 5 matches that were not scheduled that It seemed like nobody called except for the finish. Like the finish was great for every single one of those matches, but the rest of the match stunk on ice. It was Asuka spitting the mist, which was cool. Chad Gable getting the win, which was awesome.
I like that match.
Charlotte, it was all right, but I mean, it was
Charlotte Becky.
Charlotte. Bailey, yeah.
Bailey, I mean, I'm so tired of Charlotte. I'm so tired, but I know they want to put the belt on her.
Yeah.
What
10 time.
The one match was okay, and then the finish was great. Was Ali and
Oh yeah, that dude.
Randy
Ali,
Orton, yeah.
Ali really stepped up, and you saw Orton after the match was over was like, this guy,
Yeah.
This guy's good right here.
Did you
Hey,
see-
wait a minute, Vince, are you watching this guy?
he sat up after he pinned him and he smacked him on the leg like he did good kid. And I was like, dude, that was cool. That was like, like people can talk trash about Orton too, but Orton's a good dude, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
He's a nice guy, yeah.
he made Ali look like a star in that
Yeah.
match.
He really did.
And then there you go.
The match was still boring.
Then Bray Wyatt comes out, and that crowd is hot.
Oh, man.
And then 5 minutes in the match, I'm like, Seth's going to win this, and I don't know how. You can just see it. You could feel it coming. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to happen.
he didn't win though. He didn't win.
And then apparently
Nothing happened.
Apparently, according to Simon Miller, you just make a magic potion of weapons, and then you get like a no contest.
What do you guys think happens with him in the draft?
He's got to stay on Raw.
He's gotta stay on
Yeah.
It's too red.
They're going to keep Roman on SmackDown.
He can get,
I
he
wanna
can get
see-
blue leather pants.
I want to
keep
see
Seth on Raw.
I want to see him use that lantern as a weapon. It was like
I think it
was
might be too
hoping-
expensive, and they might be afraid that they'll break it.
Right, maybe.
Because I mean, that's like a I don't
But
know.
I mean,
is
they
it
can,
wax
they
or
can
is it
produce
just
a
like
few
the,
of them.
They could use it as a creepy spot, like a prop, leave it in the corner while it's lit.
Like, people
and then he like
scare the crap out
then
of
he
somebody.
throws like one of the guys into the turnbuckle when they
Right.
go to get off that mat.
Yeah.
That thing's sitting right there. It's like, oh damn.
Yeah, like they used to do with Damien with Jake Roberts. Anytime anybody got near that snake, whoa,
Well, like
it's in a bag.
what he used to do before he was the Fiend, when he would get himself upside down, and it would people go and like go and react to it, like do that with the head. Like you have a lantern of your. What does everybody want? No, they're like, this is not a head, it's a lantern. What does everybody want? Lantern, lantern, lantern.
People start just chanting lantern.
Oh my god! Just Prodigy starts blaring out of nowhere. Start doing the strobe lights, and everybody's
we
got a
used to-
lantern in the crowd.
In
They're
that
just
first,
shaking it.
in that first company where we before we went to CZW, there was a guy, I forget what his name was. He had like a nerdy gimmick. It was something the third,
Finkelweed,
something like that.
something like that.
But he came out with a math textbook and said, did the Al Snow thing. What does everybody want? Math. To silence. But it was just like, come on.
Did he at least use the book on people?
I think maybe.
Who knows?
I don't
Or
remember.
just bored everybody with like equations?
It was
Nobody cared.
99 and there was like 15 people in the crowd. Nobody cared.
If you have two wrestlers in the ring, one gets pinned.
Oh my god.
What's that? We both lose.
Oh man.
Then it's just stunk. And then Raw was just a home place for tonight.
It's awful.
And then like you guys said NWA. I didn't get to see NWA.
Oh, dude, I
That was
loved
awesome.
NWA Power.
That
That's how pro wrestling sports entertainment should be presented to an audience.
They have a great roster, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
My favorite part about it, and it was just a phrase. I think Eli Drake said it.
His promo was all the promos were good.
They were
but
so good. Every promo was great. But Eli Drake said, I'm pretty sure Eli Drake said,
I'm gonna eat your butt.
you go to a lot of places around, and it's all boys cosplaying as pro wrestlers. This is men.
Dude, I've been saying that for years on
know
this
you have.
show, dude. I don't cosplay, all right?
I do. It's fun. I'm going to be
I'm a
cosplaying
man.
tomorrow. I'm having my nice little Halloween costume for my party.
I'm going to be cosplaying next Saturday in Atlantic City.
Oh,
as
yeah,
a part of
damn.
the J1 Con.
I'm cosplaying as a ring announcer for that show.
You're everything Eli Drake hates.
I am, but also I'm not a boy. I'm a man. That's the difference.
Are you challenging Eli Drake, dude?
No. I'm
not?
saying that
You're
I'm
just
on
a
Rassle Rock
I'm,
exclusive?
I'm on his side.
He's gonna be I'm gonna be in Atlanta, GA.
No, but I mean, like, I don't see myself as cosplaying as a pro wrestler. I'm cosplaying as a cosplayer for a cosplay-themed wrestling show. I'm a man wrestler, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a man wrestler.
But I think Wednesday night, I didn't get to see that, but I think Wednesday night made up for anything WWE like dropped the ball with. I thought NXT
NXT was really good.
Both shows were really
NXT
really
was
great.
great.
Yeah, heck, Leo Rush, man.
That's I've been saying, like Leo Rush, that match was awesome.
Yeah.
Heck, it was good.
Heckin' good time it was.
And I was shocked he won. I didn't think they would drop the belt on Gulak yet.
Yeah.
And it's like his first like cruiserweight match on NXT to like now being the NXT cruiserweight belt, and he lost it.
What's cool about the NWA though is their theme song is a Dawkins song.
Yeah, it's an old
dude.
old.
It fits though. It fits with their whole presentation was flawless, and the matches were great. Like the Tim Storm, Nick Aldis match was awesome, and like they didn't do anything crazy.
No, it was very
Nick Aldis is one of those guys that makes no sense to me. None of the bigger federations ever picked him up.
I really thought he was going to go to AEW.
I thought he was going to go to WWE since his wife is there.
Who's his wife?
Mickey James.
Yeah,
I did not know
but he's
that.
he's the flag bearer for this. I think the NWA, if they keep doing their thing, they're gonna.
I think the rumor behind why Nick Aldis isn't in WWE is because
Mickey
He's
James.
also banging Lana.
Vince McMahon thinks that this is the rumor. I'm not saying Vince McMahon thinks this because I don't know him, but I've heard that Vince McMahon looks at Nick Aldis like he's a cuck because he's married to Mickey James and she's a rat. That's what I've what I've heard. It's not my words. But
Who did
make her
Mickey James get cucked by or cuckoo to?
She's been with a bunch of wrestlers. before.
But I mean, that may make her a
happens when
ring rat
you're-
or something. But I mean,
that happens when you work in a business.
Yeah,
and,
when you're
like,
around somebody more than anybody else.
Yeah, like you're around the same group of people. Sooner or later, you're
Maybe
gonna
this
hook
is
up with one
just
of them.
Paige did that too.
This is just people being people.
Paige was-
You know what I mean?
This is her dirt sheet thing now.
I mean, it's there's video proof that Paige banged like 8 guys in the locker room. Like, go to Pornhub.com. I'm not making this up.
None of them
love
were
your Paige.
married though. You know what I mean? They were just doing their thing.
No, but I mean,
Eating butt, taking names.
But Rick's saying to have that mentality about Mickey James when there's other girls that are doing the same thing.
Right.
And, like, if they're
just
married-
what people do. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
people sleep with other people. That's just
Yeah, and like you said, like
It's human nature.
are they still sleeping with other people? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea at all.
I work in a bar business. You spend like 5 days a week, like 60 hours around the same people. Sooner or later, you're going to mess with a waitress, or the waitress is going to mess with another server.
Get cucked, man. Get cucked.
Yeah.
Get
What's
those
cool?
cucks.
What was cool about NWA too is I got to see a lot of talent, like Nick Aldis. I never actually watched a Nick Aldis match before
Yeah,
because
me
I
I
don't
haven't
have
seen
TNA.
anything since he was Magnus.
He was great, and Tim. Like I've never seen these guys. The wild cards, which was Bram and some other British dude, Eddie Kingston and Homicide. Are
That
on
was
there.
awesome. I didn't know they were there.
And Josephus.
Josephus.
Is that his name?
Josephus.
Josephus.
Awesome.
I love the thing that James Storm said to his face. Like it got a little
James
old.
Storm is good too. Though.
It got a little old when he's like, "I want Storm," and he did it for way too long. I'm like, yo, James Storm, I think you missed your cue on that one. You should have came out a little bit earlier. But he was like, "I want Storm, give me Storm." You know what? I think all of it mixed together wouldn't have been the same without the presentation including. If the presentation didn't include Jim Cornette, that made it. That made it feel like the tradition.
It made it feel like a big time, definitely.
Right.
It's like, oh, you guys got Cornette.
And you know
then
what?
It just had that old NWA feel to
And
it.
it just
with the studio.
added so much
And
backstory.
It was an hour.
And it was an hour.
It was great.
It was an hour. It was fine. It's all you needed.
Yeah,
I love that they went to commercials, and the commercials were just like,
Oh, Austin
Shut
Idol's
stuff
wrestling
for them.
school.
Yeah, that was great.
Is that legit?
Wrestle. What was
I don't
What
know.
was the place called?
I forget.
It's Austin Idol Universal Championship
College
Wrestling or something. Yeah, college
Wrestling college.
Yeah.
Well, that was great.
Do you
Oh,
get
by
a
the way,
degree?
did you guys hear that Al Snow, his school's the first credited wrestling school? You can go to college to be a pro wrestler
Really?
for Al Snow's. Did he buy Ohio Valley Wrestling? Or I think
Yes.
it's Ohio Valley Wrestling is the first you can go to college for wrestling.
Wow.
I would have done that back in '99. I wish somebody would have had that back then.
Well, I've been saying for a little while.
Is that like clown college?
I've
I don't know.
They just
It
hand
might
you,
be.
They just hand you a red nose at the end.
What does everybody want? A squirting flower.
Just imagine if
I'm
you
sorry,
like
wrestling
minored
fans.
in business, but then the people were like, "What did you major in?" And you'd be like, "Professional wrestling."
Professional wrestling.
Well, I've been saying that
Please
I think
hire
there
me.
should be like classrooms that teach the history of pro wrestling and like
What's your minor? Econ.
like if you get into wrestling now and you just happen to be good at it but you don't know the history of it, if there was a classroom you could go to and really learn the history of wrestling and what it felt like to be a fan at a certain time, like I can explain to you the emotions that I felt during the Attitude Era when I would tape Raw and I would tape Nitro and I would watch both things all week, and I'd have one recording in my living room and one recording in my bedroom, and switching back and forth during commercials. I had that experience again last Wednesday when we were watching NXT and AEW at the same time. It just felt like that. I was going back and forth from USA to TNT, the exact same channels. Whoa! Wow! Whoa!
I don't know, man. I don't know how you can flip back and forth because it is really tough to move from NXT, what they're doing. And then AEW had a solid product this week. I mean,
And then NXT went and ran long just in case you.
dude,
a
they
little
got to
bit
stop,
more.
man. I'm getting worn out. Like I said, I didn't even finish the Walter match before I got here.
Yeah.
Because NXT's too long. I liked when it was an hour long. I
Yeah.
liked when it was.
Yeah.
It just moved fast. It was over. It was like, wow, that was really cool, and it was done.
Yep.
And now it's like 2 hours. It's like I saw a bunch of great matches, and then I started fading. You know, it's
Is
like
1 hour full of commercials?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's
There's
like,
a lot of commercials.
yeah.
I mean, they do the picture-in-picture commercials.
I hate
to
that.
compete, I
Hate
guess, with
that.
AEW.
I hate it.
AEW is doing it too.
Yeah, I hate them. I hate them doing it too.
Even if you're switching back and forth, you're still seeing the action in the little
Smack,
picture-in-picture.
that was a SmackDown thing. SmackDwn started that years ago, and they've
Yeah.
always done that.
I wanted to say about
I've always liked it. It is hot in here, by the
AEW.
way. It's like super hot in this place.
It is,
sweating to
I know.
death
I'm
here.
like,
Did they turn that off too?
They don't pay the bills here. They don't pay the bills here.
We're not having a good time at Wildfire.
what do you think of the Inner Circle?
That's why it's hot. Wildfire.
I think.
I think they're a bunch of. They don't like go together really. Like none
I
of
think
these guys-
Hager and Jericho go together.
Yeah.
I think Hager is a.
I don't think Hager should be in that group because he towers over everyone.
Nope.
And he's not like a big guy wrestler. You
If
know
they
what I mean?
if they put like two other guys, and I'm not trying to say legit because it's kind of offensive, but legit guys, like the one thing they're missing is they need a couple more stars.
Offensive. Offensive.
But if you put Jericho and Hager and maybe two more legit guys, or even WWE guys, or even TNA guys
Like
that came
made
over,
stars.
like bigger guys. You know, Jericho's a cruiserweight, and he's bigger than half that roster.
Dude, if it was Edge and Christian, imagine the craziness. Like
Well,
how
Edge
big.
is coming back.
No, of course. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
That's
I
why
don't know.
they,
Is he?
they
I've heard that.
canceled their show because he's training.
yeah, but he's
been
saying
cleared
he canceled
for-
the show to be with his kids or something like that.
His wife is in Florida, like filming like how many? Well, now they're live, but
Yeah,
how
now
hard
they're
is it
live,
go?
but I mean-
How hard is it to fly from North Carolina to Florida? Come on,
I feel like
It's
we
a
could.
lie.
I feel like we could see an Edge Fiend
a lie.
program.
How many kids do they have?
7. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they have 2.
That's a lot to pack up 2 kids and move to Florida, or to even just to fly to Florida, like to visit.
No, I'm saying she can fly back and forth. She's only got to be there for what, 2 days a week?
I don't know.
They rich.
Just to say 3
they
words.
rich, yo. They rich, yo.
Just say 3 to 5 words per match. Dude, they the way they script her, she sounds like a moron. I hate it because she's such a great wrestler.
As a
She has a great
commentator,
wrestling
she's
mind.
better than Renee Young, though. for
Yes,
sure.
yes, but she has a great wrestling mind, and the way they script her, she sounds like an absolute moron. It's aggravating, you know. And it's I don't know the 3-man boost is killing me. I
Yeah,
finally watched
I need to-
AEW, and I was like, wow, this is so cool hearing Jim Ross and Tony.
And Tony Schiavone, and then he got some douchebag in a mask.
He's not bad, but the thing is, he's not
Unnecessary.
He is not on the level of those two.
No, nowhere near it.
Because people forgot how good Tony Schiavone was. I don't know how he disappeared over the years.
Dude. And AEW Dark this week. Did you guys watch that?
I didn't see it.
I watched it.
Saw a
Yeah.
little bit of it.
Yeah, Shivani on that. It was like, dude, talk about a presentation, a professional
They did
presentation.
an old school presentation where he stood in front of a TV and he talked about what matches were coming up and how the feuds were going.
It was like
and
Mean
then they
Gene
would go to the
Okerlund
match.
all over again.
It was really well done.
yeah.
And like I was saying earlier, what is it, Jurassic Express? Is that their name? They are the stars of AEW. Those guys are money.
They're Jurassic.
Dude, just when the music hits and
That
everything,
should be
people
that'd be a
love
better
those
name.
guys.
Yeah.
Jurassic Express sucks. I'm sorry, that's a terrible name.
But I'm saying though,
They should use the Weird Al song as their theme song.
the biggest stars besides them is Cody and Jon Moxley.
I hate Cody too.
I don't like the way Cody books himself.
You know what?
Why did they shut the lights off to have Cody do a run-in?
In his regular clothes?
Yeah, and he's always in a suit. What?
And
Stop it with the suit!
In his Southern man lawyer suit.
Oh my god!
He just needs a cowboy hat.
But here's my thing.
I
So,
do
Come on,
declare.
douchebag.
so Cody.
If you live in Missouri or Illinois, I'm not licensed in your state.
What is his name?
That's not Pond League hockey. What's the other guy? I forget.
Here's my thing. I want to talk about like
We are not licensed in your state.
I'm not lost in your state, but we have.
He just needs a fedora and a hanky.
Cordell and Cordell.
If you're in Atlanta,
It's called
GA,
Cordell and Cordell.
If you're in Atlanta, GA, you can go to Cody Rhodes Esquire. He's a pro wrestler. What I don't get about like the whole, wins losses thing is okay. So Cody won an opportunity to wrestle Jericho for the title in November for their pay-per-view full year.
Yep.
So why is Darby Allin challenging Jericho?
Because that's going to be on Dynamite, and the pay-per-view is going to be...
Yeah, but he's not the number
contenders.
one contender.
So Cody went
Cody
on
is.
and said something was about the quality of wins. It's like,
Stupid.
well, Darby went through a fake barrel from Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
a month ago, and then his next match, he won.
They each had
And now
one
he's
match.
the number one
One
contender.
No, he beat Shima on Dark.
Yeah, that's
this
what I mean.
week.
Here's
Oh,
my
sorry,
thing.
beat Shima. That's
They're gonna
Shima's
run
solid. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a great wrestler.
They're going to run into the problem where they keep matching up their roster, and then pretty soon it's like, okay, we've seen that match.
I think that he beat Jimmy Havoc on Dynamite this week.
I also think it's part of a storyline because Pac was on there saying, how did all these people have title
Opportunities
shots
and I don't.
and I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And
Pac's
I think
3-0.
I think it's a storyline that where Pac's just going to keep running through people, and they're like, "Yo, you're ducking me for the title." But here's the weird thing: the way Cody's booking himself, does Jericho lose the belt in like a week or so?
I don't.
And then we got to
I don't
listen
know.
to Cody.
I really did.
Whoa! And he comes out with his wife.
smoking mirror.
Yeah, he comes out with his wife and his dog, and everybody boos him because his dog's like scared. And
Dog's pissing on the ramp.
he comes out in an X-Men uniform. I don't know what the X-Men are anymore.
My God.
Star Wars this time. It was
Yeah.
Shrek last time.
But I'm digging Moxley. I love everything he's doing over there. I'm digging.
I don't like him in underwear. I don't understand why he's doing that.
I didn't think the match was as great this week.
Corey, I don't look at him like that.
Okay. Cool.
His shoes.
I don't
do not
judge.
go with that underwear.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I didn't think the Moxley Shawn Spears match was that bad, but again, it's like okay, so Shawn Spears lost. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, why are we going to care about him? Like
Shawn Spears.
Yeah,
their stars keep wrestling
He
each
hasn't
other.
won
like,
since he's been in AEW. He hasn't won a match.
He just wears contacts and mohawk, and he has probably the most underrated manager in the business. Tully Blanchard is awesome.
I mean,
They should definitely build stars, make stars that are, and that's kind of what they're doing. They're attempting with Darby Allin.
they keep wrestling each other. They're going to
Yeah.
devalue it. They need the job or the territory system where
No,
they
like we said on the show last week, that was great.
They have to
about
go town to town and
the
make
territories
make
on the schools.
Make
and
the
stuff.
school
I love
make
that.
the schools heroes.
Matter.
Then when they come back, they can book the rematch, build the house. Isn't that what they call it?
I don't know.
Sell the house.
Put the butts in the seats.
They can eat the butt.
They can eat the butts in the seats.
I just think
Seats the butts. That's a new shirt. Make that.
I'm telling you.
Seats the butts.
AEW Dark also had a match with the Lucha Brothers on it. That match,
Yeah,
that
was
really
like
good.
8 people in the match. There's too many people. There was a lot of moving parts,
But it was just-
But I mean, it was a fireworks show.
Yeah, it was what Private Party, the
Jack Evans and other Angelico,
Angelico,
whatever his name is. I don't know.
Angelic. Tommy
speaking
Pickles.
of Private Party, was
Tommy
I the
Pickles?
only one? was I the only one that was under the impression that this entire show was going to be a tag team tournament?
No.
Or yes, you were. Yes,
no,
you
I
were.
Yes, I was.
think so too. I thought it.
I thought that
was
they were
good.
doing a tag team tournament this week.
But I also been drinking heavily for 3 weeks, not paying attention.
I'm really tired of them. We're going to do a King of the Ring tournament, and it's going to take 8 weeks because we're just doing 2 matches a night. And what happened to doing a tournament in an entire night. Like that, I really think it takes away.
Yeah, it's just one match they put it.
Dude,
Yeah, you won the match. Congratulations.
And not a lot of those teams actually look like teams.
No.
And it's like they're not real. They're not real teams. This isn't wrestling.
But I tell you, at least the Bucks took the fall.
True.
Everybody was thinking it was going to be the Bucks winning the tournament because the way Cody books himself.
Yeah, Cody's not taking a fall anytime soon.
Yeah, Cody is straight Triple H in that.
When is that pay-per-view?
November 9th.
November
9th or
8th,
8th,
9th, something.
And we'll be there, everybody. Come and hang with us. What is the pay-per-view called?
Can we all sit on the couch and film ourselves watching it and just?
Yeah, why not?
What is it called?
I forget. Firefight.
Full gear.
Full gear, sure. Whatever. Metal Gear Solid.
Full firefight gear. It's called.
Rick's just sitting over here while we're talking, just visioning Seth Rollins just hitting.
Oh my god.
How do
hitting
they,
a toolbox
I'm
with a
so
sledgehammer and someone's
bitter.
getting-
they have to
So
turn. They
bitter.
have to turn him heel now.
Rollins, yes, they should.
He's
That's
done.
what they should have done on Monday. That's how you get
They
ahead
should
of
have
it.
done it at the pay-per-view. They should have went abort, abort.
Hit the red button.
Because then people would have booed.
We can't find the red button. We can't find it.
Is that next to the red light switch? Is that next to there? I can't find it.
Bruce Pritchard couldn't have run down. Hey Seth, this isn't going well.
Right.
You're a heel now, buddy. You know what I mean? Like somebody couldn't got the memo. Like, hey, this is crap.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Jericho's interviewing.
You were talking to Jericho?
Oh, I wish.
Oh boy.
I love it.
We got the inside scoop.
Do we have some audio?
I do like the name Inner Circle. A lot of people trash that. I like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
It's better than.
I mean, they sold out all their
VOC.
shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, they sold out in like a couple hours or something.
Good for them.
But
I didn't like the knock at WWE with the whole stop with the we the people chants.
Well, I felt
that
like that
was
was
bad
very
creative.
I felt that was all very on the fly. That was very
Yeah,
Probably, yeah, but
Stephanie
it was
Jericho.
unnecessary, and I got more upset with the fans because the fans immediately went, "Yeah, he's right. Let's bad creative, guys, right?"
well, remember these are
That's
all.
AEW, you dopey marks.
They're sheep, dude.
I hate them. I
We
hate them.
the
though.
sheeple. We the sheeple.
We the sheeple. Stab
sorry.
you in your stupid face.
There's no fans I hate more than Full Sail Arena. I'm sorry, guys. You suck. You try to take over every episode. You do.
No, the UK is awful too, though.
But
it-
they sing, and I love that,
That's
and it's
fine.
kind of fun.
It's okay if you sing,
But
This is
Velveteen,
awesome. This is awesome.
Velveteen Dream was trying to do a promo, and you can hear people talking and cackling behind him
yeah.
while he's trying to do the promo because it's all about them in that stupid arena, and it
Yeah,
makes
I
me
agree.
angry.
I agree.
And you heard Jericho's been very adamant about that when he was still in WWE, how the Full Sail tries to hijack the shows all the time instead of letting the moment happen.
Yeah.
And they do when it's
Dude, you're
when the
making
show
it
gets
hotter
over.
in here. Relax.
You know what? I hate Full Sail Arena. I hate you guys.
out there. That's a little cooler.
What I was saying is Brian Alvarez was being interviewed on Jericho's podcast about some book he dropped. And they talked about Kurt Angle. When Kurt Angle came out, he wrestled Sean Stasiak in his first match. They booed him out of the building. On the fly, they got in someone's earpiece and they're like, tell Kurt Angle to grab the mic after that match and say a heel promo right now. And he went in that ring, cut a heel promo, and he was a heel that night.
Now,
They could have fixed that match any second, and they didn't.
for fear of sounding like Matt Flowers, that's what Hulk Hogan did at WrestleMania against The Rock.
Did he not?
Well, no, they
Hogan-
called that beforehand.
Hogan in the ring,
They
brother.
figured they just called that audible. Right
No,
there.
you had two brilliant wrestlers, like minds. You had two brilliant wrestling minds in the ring. They knew what to do.
Well, plus
with
at the
that.
So
time,
you're not calling Sean Stasiak a brilliant wrestler?
Wait,
what
but,
the hell?
But besides that, Hogan and Rock.
But they're also
He was
untouchable.
meat.
Who's going to say
They're also untouchable.
Don't do
Seth
that.
is a biatch, and then you know what I mean? Like,
Biatch! Biatch!
But the story I heard was that
Biatch
everywhere
it
Hogan,
down!
the story I heard was that everywhere Hogan went that weekend, everybody was like, "Oh man, I hope you kicked the Rock's ass on Sunday. Oh man, it's so great to have you back, Hogan." Like he was getting heel. All right, he was getting a face reaction. Everyone went, so WWE just went.
By
You know
the-
what? Let's just get in front of it. And let's turn.
It was also his return.
That's the story I heard. I don't know. if
His
it's true.
return to WrestleMania.
By the way-
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
is
it was a nostalgia
Yeah,
thing
it was
where
huge.
but it's like Hogan's back in WWE.
by the way, Hogan was on an interview, Wall
my
Street
God.
Journal.
Yeah.
He wants to have one more match. He's been talking to Vince.
don't. Please don't.
He
Please
said
don't.
that he can't live without having his last match.
Dude,
of the ring.
just-
He's not going to
Dude,
live through
he's
the
got-
match.
He's got a back operation coming up next
Again?
month. Listen, and then he'll be cleared to get into the best shape.
Have
of
you
his
ever
life.
seen a one-legged dog?
He said he's going to be Hulk.
already
Hulk,
had
it's gonna
9
be
back
Hulk
surgeries.
versus Vince at WrestleMania, whatever.
He should just be like, he's being the captain for this stupid Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that sucks too.
He should just like maybe.
What
like,
What was the thing you said earlier? Sucks on ice.
it stinks on ice. That's what I said.
He should just, someone should just sucker punch him when like after they win, and he does the whole Hulk up and the U.
Yeah, drop
and then
the
throw
leg.
a bunch of punches, and then one of the other wrestlers drops a leg to make it really fun.
Yeah, I mean-
and then Hogan gets his moment in the sun there, even though it's Saudi Arabia, and
Yeah.
no one cares.
The dark cloud that hangs over Saudi Arabia.
They have AEW Dark and WWE Dark Cloud.
You know what? That's my biggest fear with the whole Edge. There's rumors around that Edge is coming back. They're just going to be like, "Yeah, you're part of Team Hogan now in Saudi Arabia," and I'm like, "Why would
that
why?
would that would
ruin
only
it.
make sense because he teamed with Hogan at one point.
Yeah,
and they were
so
tag champs.
what, dude? He's Edge. He's like
Yeah.
what? Like a 1,000-time heavyweight champion,
And he's a Hall of Famer.
And he's a Hall of Famer. Put him in the ring with Danny Bryan. Put him in the ring with AJ Styles. Put him in there with the stinking Seth friggin' Rollins.
I would definitely
Steak
like to see like him and the Fiend, where that would be a cool way to like go. Oh well, the Fiend is laying out all these legends, and have him be like, "Oh, you're not laying me out, dude."
Edge gets one up on him.
Right. That would be a good way to use Edge. If you were to bring.
No, that's been done before. They need to go with the R-rated thing. Edge comes back,
says,
Snaps his penis out. Smacks the
Fiend's
Fiend
like,
across the face with it.
You're the R-rated superstar, not anymore.
Oh, rated R superstar. That's
The R-rated.
I thought you were just talking about like amping up the attitude level of the show.
To hell with TV 14. We're going to Triple X, baby.
I honestly see him at Mania with Orton.
Who? Edge?
Yeah, I honestly, he works really
don't
well
wanna
with
see that.
Orton. Unless Cena comes up, I would love to see Edge and
I don't want
Cena
to see
for
that
WrestleMania.
either.
What?
We've seen. How many times have we seen
Yeah,
that?
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't want to see it again.
Well, did you see? Did you see the back and forth with like The Rock and Randy Orton? Like Orton challenged The Rock to WrestleMania.
Oh, I heard something about that.
Yeah, I'd love to see
I can always see that as if Orton's retiring after Mania.
And The Rock was like, "Yeah, I'm retired. I'm not doing it. Like, it's not happening, dude. Sorry."
I would like to see it too, because if Orton gets his send off
hate
at
Randy
Mania,
Orton.
like, and it's a big one, I'd be cool with
It'll
that.
be Triple H.
And he's going to
I
pull
don't
out
wanna
a
see
pair
that
of
either.
pliers and try to pull on his nose with another leg of a pair of pliers. Everybody's going to think it's cool for 10 minutes, and then you have 25 minutes after that.
Yeah.
The match is still going. I feel bad for you, Seth Rollins. Everybody hates you now.
I don't feel bad for him.
He's such, but you know what it is? He was the corporate guy. He did everything they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
The guy puts on stellar matches and still bores the hell out of everybody because no one cares. And WWE's like, you're the man. Put you in front. Over and over. And he did what he had to do on Sunday night, and he is ruined.
That's it needs to stop. WWE needs to stop with the.
What do you think the conversation was when he walked backstage? Do you think he had the balls to
I heard
say
Vince
something
laughed
to-
at him.
Can I have my cup of coffee? It's been really, dude. I heard they were holding him back from fans. Like security came out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
fans were getting in his face,
Oh,
and
really?
he was starting to get heated.
Hey, sorry guys. I'm sorry.
I saw a video.
I had to throw a toolbox at him because it was a representation of you. You're all a toolbox. That's not who I am.
Can I have your email addresses? I'll send you some coffee mugs. I'm sorry.
I saw a video. It was like a little short video on Twitter of him walking to the back, like surrounded by security, and there was one fan right by the entrance that was holding up a sign that said "Seth Rollins isn't cool," and he stopped and dead
That was
stared
you.
at that. He just stared at him like.
That's awesome.
I'm like, wow, you can't say
what was
Seth
that,
Rollins
like-
isn't cool. He gets really mad.
That like one CCW show that I went to with you, Matt, where the one fan in the crowd, you were there, and the
Yeah.
fan was like,
You're not cool.
You're not cool. And everyone, shut up, John, or whatever the guy's name. Hey, shut up.
Well, that's a good example because that's like Full Sail where the crowd tries to take over.
Yeah.
Like that guy was, you're not cool.
Well, yeah, with Full Size, that one dude. If you ever watch, he's super tall. He's like balding with glasses, and
He's always there.
And right when you come down, when the wrestlers come down the ramp and make the right turn and come around and come up the stairs, he's right at the steps.
Yeah.
And he's like your height, like 6'4" or whatever, 6'5", and he leans over all the time and tries to touch the wrestlers. He's always like
would hate
jawing.
that.
Like, I just want one of them, just one of them to like just tee off on him. I just want to see that fan just knock out. And forever that dude is, wears a green shirt and a hat at every WrestleMania pay-per-view right in the middle, I hate you too. With your no mustache goatee that I have to look at every week. And you guys probably don't pay attention, but watch the next pay-per-view. He's sitting right in the middle. And he has this tan, like military type. Like
Is he the new hat guy?
And he has a goatee with no mustache and wears usually a green shirt in every match. Like him and his 4 buddies he brings with him all the time.
Yeah, I always see the one dude with like the collar and elbow shirt every time. Like
You're
in the front.
not the 2 guys who used to wear the Hawaiian shirts and those stupid straw hats at ECW every week with the sunglasses. You're not.
I got to
Just
smack
stop.
that guy once.
Well, I
That was
think
fun.
What's that?
I got this hat guy. Yeah, he was a manager in WPW where me and Corey used to work. I got to slide. There was this just a spot that I did. Somebody whipped me off the ropes, and I slid out of the ring and just cracked that guy across the face.
the coolest
Crowd's
thing,
awesome.
the coolest thing that no one will ever see was when Rick did a thing where he got in full makeup, bald cap and everything. He dressed just like the hat guy, and he came out to the ring. And he pulled that thing off, dude. I had goosebumps. Like it was like
It was a
whoa,
cool- like, it looked like a WPW.
The crowd went nuts.
All 10 of them. Those shows didn't.
No,
those
but
shows didn't draw anything.
was so-
There was
the
12,
most-
but 2 were asleep.
Yeah.
But like you sat in the makeup chair for like 3 hours for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like you,
It's tough when you have like a long hair and you have to wear a bald cap. They have to like mold your hair into a into a
But
thing.
I mean, like the amount of effort for what the level of payoff is. That's why I'm saying it's so incredibly unappreciated. And when I said,
well, it really worked. Like
Oh,
the whole
there's
show
probably
worked.
dozens of stories like that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
did in the independents and nobody will ever
Nobody
see.
will
That
see
was
it.
so cool.
I'm slowly putting everything I have up on the internet.
Yeah, man, the show's picking
So-
up too, man. Like people are starting to.
They're getting there.
Yeah, well, you know.
One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days, maybe it'll be something.
Yeah. So what do we think? Should we talk about the draft at all, or
I don't care. Let's do a quick Who
think
Wins
it's-
Wrestling,
Go ahead.
and then we'll go. We do a little segment, guys. People listening,
they know, just do it.
do they?
Just hit
I don't
the
think they do. Steve didn't know when we had Steve in here.
if you say
he's
the
not a
fans this
wrestling
week, I'll
fan.
punch you.
Huh? All right, hang on. Let's just play the clip.
Who wins wrestling? Blah, 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 blah.
Me first.
Sure.
If you
Nick
say
Aldis.
I was gonna say if you say the fans.
Nick Aldis. He
The fans, Bray Wyatt.
he made a fan out of me. I didn't know. I wasn't a big fan of his.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know. I was just ignorant because not in a dickhead way, but I just was an I
he
just
had
was.
he had a great match with Cody. Was it All Out?
Yeah.
Or All In, whichever one it
One
was.
of them.
And I always knew him as Mickey James' husband. I never saw him wrestle.
Right.
And then I finally got to see him wrestle. I was
Those
like, dude.
those promos were insanely good. And when he said NWA tonight stands for not without authenticity, boom! That was
cool.
a on brand me thing to say.
And I like him. He's a very old school 80s style wrestler. He's got the physique, and he does old school wrestling when he does it. He's not very flashy. I like his work.
Know who doesn't win wrestling? His emotionless, wordless manager. She has no.
Yeah, what was the
what
deal
is
with
that
her?
lady?
I liked how the announcer was trying to ask her questions. You took a crazy bump tonight. What do you feel about that? And he just grabs the mic. Excuse me, she's fine. Can you talk to me? He just like brings. He does it again. It's like, well, she can speak for herself. What is? And she says nothing. He just goes, "Get your clickbait somewhere else. You're talking to me right now." That was great.
Yeah. So
Actually, my pick for Who Wins Wrestling is his opponent, not Tim Storm. Yeah, Tim Storm.
Tim Storm.
not Tim Storm though.
Yes. His name is Tim Storm. I love the entire lead up to that entire show was all like clips of him. He's a grandfather. He's this, he's that. And he's had that title for so long, and it just defined him and all this other stuff. And his promo was great. He started quoting Eminem, which was hilarious.
right.
There was a lot of it felt real.
He was his palms were sweaty, his knees were weak, his arms were heavy. There was vomit on his
spaghetti.
sweater.
Yeah.
Mom spaghetti, 92-year-old mom spaghetti.
The crowd started chanting Mama Storm. It's like, I'm Mama Storm's little boy. Mama Storm. Mama Storm. They were going nuts. It was great.
Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti.
Yeah, so that's my pick. Whoever wants to go next.
I was gonna say NWA in general.
Just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, Mark's gonna slap you for that.
I'm so
As long as it's the fans.
I'm so in love.
We did not win on Sunday or Monday.
I'm so in love with just the whole presentation and feel of it, and Billy Corgan gets it, and whoever he's working with.
So the
run
winner
that,
of wrestling
they
in
get
your
it.
eyes is Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
By the way,
old baby face Corgan.
you know who's not a winner of the week? Real quick,
WWE.
Kevin Smith.
Oh my
Did you
God!
hear about
Yeah.
this?
Mark, tell your thing real quick because I have a rant.
Hurry up!
Ready?
Hurry up! We want to hear the rant.
Who wins wrestling?
Yeah.
The fans. I'm kidding. I'm going. It was tough because Leo won the belt.
That was
going to
be
amazing.
like my second pick. Yeah.
I really liked the Private Party one, and they actually looked good. They didn't look sloppy in the ring. Of course, they were with the Bucks, but they look great. I'm going with Asuka. To see her come out of nowhere, win the belts. She gets a pin over the tag champs, and then she pins Becky Lynch on Monday, which was one of the only standout things that happened on Monday. And to take her old mentors thing, and she's spraying the mist now because Tajiri was one of her trainers, and she wrestled Tajiri a bunch of times too.
Oh, I got to see those matches.
You look it up; it's kind of fun. When she was Kana versus Tajiri, and to see her, see my girl back, and now they're talking about her feuding with Becky.
Well, Becky, it's gonna be
and just to bring her back up because she's. I'm sorry, I like Sasha. I think she's one of the best, but I think Asuka is the best female wrestler in that federation.
Do you think Tajiri will ever get in the Hall of Fame?
I think
he should.
I hope so. Yeah.
I think
that's
so.
a guy
Who's
that
that?
should go. Tajiri.
We've never talked about him in the talks of the Hall of Fame.
Well,
We
he
haven't.
came back for the cruiserweight.
Yeah, he did.
And he looked fantastic. And then I don't know what happened. He didn't get medically cleared or something like that.
I don't know.
He was
His
supposed to come
visa.
back.
It was something about his visa.
Oh, that was his visa?
Yeah.
And then he couldn't come
Yeah.
back. But, dude, that pop when he came out. And
Should have
the
shown his
welcome back,
MasterCard.
dude,
Nah.
I love Tajiri. Spent a day in Franklin Mills Mall with him and Super Crazy.
Did you really?
And Doug Gentry before he passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I also have hung out with him at the Oxford Valley Mall.
Yeah.
With Doug. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Doug. I miss that kid.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to the draft. I don't
Get to your rant, man. We've been all waiting.
I have a rant about the draft too. Like, who cares? It's like, oh,
AJ Styles goes to SmackDown. That's all I care.
We're gonna spend 2 shows, 5 hours of wrestling, just figuring out who looks better next to red or blue ropes. Like, go to hell. Unless a bunch of people, like, there's a bunch of returns or NXT call-ups or something. I don't give a rat's ass.
Dude, I love
You know
Angry
what
Rick.
I laughed about was you on last week's show. You were like, I'm not just gonna crap on everything, and then you were
Listen,
like, that was sucked.
That was
sucked.
before
I
Hell in a
hated it."
Cell and before they completely ignored
I
Hell
know.
in a Cell on Monday.
Guys, you got
WWE. Half of 'em.
fans who actually listen to the show, you got to understand. Rick's the guy like, yo, man, we're going to make positive. Yo,
Yeah.
sure it's all right. We got to feel good.
That's
And
out the
then
window this week.
Rick's like, F everybody.
Listen, the Hell in a Cell somehow made me bitter towards AEW. Like, I was so bitter towards all of wrestling this week. I was judging everything.
Peripherally.
I was judging everything.
I just took a
didn't
break
care.
and saw Incubus on Monday night instead of watched, WWE.
I almost didn't come tonight because I was so bitter towards wrestling. I almost didn't want to do the show. I was that pissed off.
I wanted to go to Incubus so bad, I cried.
It was a 20-year anniversary of Make Yourself.
I'm very aware of what it was,
so
and I wasn't
if
there.
you like that album, which only had 3 half-decent songs,
To you.
they sang that album from top to bottom, and then they did 4 hits, and they were off the stage. It was a great show. And you should have came with me because I took my ex-girlfriend, and I don't think she appreciated
Well,
it.
what the heck, man? Why didn't you I posted online. Who's got an extra ticket to the Incubus show? Why did you not comment or text me?
You don't have sex with me.
Well, I didn't know I didn't know that was an offer on the table. Had I but known.
What's your Kevin Smith rant?
It's so ridiculous. Kevin Smith was on AEW in a terrible segment last week, and just basically plugged his movie. So he was supposed to be on SmackDown on last Friday, and WWE just said, no, you know what? You were on AEW, so now you're not going to be on SmackDown because you were on that show.
Does that piss you off about Kevin Smith or about WWE?
It's not Kevin Smith's fault.
Right.
It's WWE being a bitter little whiny baby. Kevin Smith has nothing to do with wrestling at all. He's a celebrity, okay? And a minor celebrity at that. Like, really, I love Kevin Smith to death. I love all his movies. But in all actuality, who gives a rat's ass about Kevin Smith?
Right.
Like,
and it's funny because like WWE will come right out and say
Kevin Smith was on AEW. That means, he can't be on WWE. That's crazy.
But
Kevin Smith isn't under contract with anybody.
Right.
And it would only draw people like, Kevin Smith's on SmackDown this week. Hey, check it out. WWE actually draws stars still. Remember that? Remember when that happened? Remember since they've been doing that since WrestleMania effing 1? Remember?
Well, it's funny because WWE will be the first to be like, yeah, it's not a war.
It's not a war, yeah.
It's not a war.
Well, Jericho says that all the time, too, and he's a big fat liar.
Big fat liar.
I'm bitter against Jericho, too. I'm bitter against everyone.
Why?
telling
Jericho killed his promo. I liked.
He's taking shots at freaking everybody. Oh, we're not at war, but, WWE creative sucks. How are you going to script promos? We're not at war, but look at the ratings.
Well,
we're not at war, but...
You do see certain people do need to be scripted. Like,
Oh my God.
Velveteen Dream cannot shoot a promo on himself by himself.
I thought his promo was great this week.
It was okay, but he's still like stumbling. He's figuring his way through it, so it's fine. But he's not that good.
Well, you have to remember, dude. He's also like 21 years old. He's just a kid.
Yeah,
I just wish they would let Seth Rollins talk instead of just yelling "burn it down" every 20 seconds.
I'd rather
I can't hear him talk.
I'm from Iowa. I sell coffee in Iowa, and I do CrossFit in Iowa.
I had like 2 cups of coffee. I'm ready to burn it down.
I'm the man's man.
Did I say burn it down?
Somebody, please kill me.
Like I said, I do feel bad for Seth. He's a great wrestler. He's not a good talker.
No.
Like I said, Bomb Boy finally made a click for me. His mic work does not match his ability and his in-ring work and all. But he's such a corporate guy, and he's going to get bent over because of this.
They better turn him heel because that's really the only thing that's going to save him. I think he's going to
just sucker punch Roman right on stage.
He's going to get booed out of the building.
He should roll.
There's no way he's not.
He should attack Roman while they're on stage tonight.
I don't know.
It might be happening right now. We don't even know.
It could be.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm going to home and watch it.
Yeah. We're not going to spoil it for you. We don't know either.
We're not there. We're not at home watching it either. We can't.
Charlotte Flair goes first in the draft because they have to make it a woman, and it has to be the queen.
That's another thing I don't get about the stupid draft.
What?
Like, how are you going to draft the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion, and the same thing with the tag titles?
Do they just hand the belts to each other when they
Yeah,
go?
Just trade. Just a real quick trade.
You just see them walk across the stage and hand each other the belts. And walk
There you
away.
go. I guess we're different champions now. Cool. Yeah, we're SmackDown champions now.
Yeah.
Like so you tell me it's a possibility that Becky Lynch and Charlotte could get drafted to
But
the
same
show?
thing with the Universal and
But the,
Well, no, that's because
the Raw
even though
title and then the actual real title.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the Raw title.
it might as well be because it's red, but
It's
I mean
red.
it's not technically the Raw Championship. Like it could go,
but it's red.
but it's red, you guys. Burn it down.
It's the Raw title. I don't find that title matter to me at all because
Not really. No.
Kofi to me was the world champion. Now it's
Well,
Brock.
maybe
You
they'll
know,
announce
he's the real champion.
only one
It
champion.
looks like that's going to happen.
To go
That'd be great.
between brands.
They're not going to do it.
They want Brock versus Seth, but Seth's going to do about 15 curb stomps and a pedigree and then one more curb stomp.
I feel like
they really, like you said, they killed Rollins. Like
They killed him.
He did all his best moves,
Count
and dude kicked out of at one on everything.
I'd
can
love
never do that
I'd
curb stomp
love
again.
that.
No, but that's great. It's great. It
killed
looked
his
great.
finish.
But it killed the legitimacy of his finish. Him hitting it on anyone else now and beating them, that
doesn't make
person
sense.
sucks.
No, he's talented enough where he could come out tonight with a totally new finisher, that he just pulls out of something from ROH days or whatever,
Right. I mean, he could.
because the stomp doesn't work anymore. If I was him after that match, especially how bad it went, I would never use a curb stomp again.
no.
And,
11. It was.
And I'll tell you right now,
11.
kudos to Bray Wyatt because that's how you no-sell and make it look awesome.
Yeah.
He hit him with the kendo sticks, and Bray Wyatt screamed and then looked over at
But
him.
it's like
nothing.
where does he go? He has to be the the dominant force now.
Honestly,
on
but
the
they
roster.
do not want to take the belt off Seth. I think he should.
That was
come
a
out.
No, I'm talking about the Fiend.
They don't wanna
I'm
take
saying
him.
He has to be like.
I think Bray Wyatt should just show up on Monday night during the
Kill him.
draft and destroy
Kill him,
Seth.
yeah.
And
He should
then
they
you
already
take
destroy
Seth
everybody.
off television at least for 2 weeks.
He should
WWE
eat that
already.
butt.
WWE tweeted something out that there were Survivor Series. They were going to have a rematch, and then they yanked it down real quick. Did you see that? That's a terrible idea.
How should the draft?
Because they like to
This
double.
way,
They like
that
to,
way,
they
or
like to,
disqualification.
Vince likes to double down on stuff and triple down on stuff that's not working.
Vince needs to double down in a retirement home.
So
I'm
So I know Matt likes to do his show of the week. So I want to. There is a rant. Brian Alvarez, who works with Dave Meltzer, he did a rant right before Hell in a Cell came out, and I think it's called "Because You're in Mark," and it's amazing. He talks about how NXT is screwing you, and he's like, because you're a mark, you're still gonna watch it. And then he's like, and then they promised on the first SmackDown, Stone Cold and Sting was in the back room, and they wouldn't even let him out for the fans. And the Undertaker was supposed to show up, but they didn't. But you're still gonna buy tickets because you're a mark. And it's one of the greatest videos I watched, and I was like, damn it, I feel like shit. After this.
it's the truth, man. We're still going to watch.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna watch. I'm
I
sitting
never
here-
said I was going to stop watching.
Right. I want to.
But he
kind of.
he made a very beautiful, valid point.
Yeah, it's very, very true. We can bitch and complain all we want. We're still going to watch.
Because there's times where I hate Brian Alvarez, and there's sometimes he's dead on, and like he's like that. He's like, well, I respect yours and Rick's opinion. He actually wrestled, so I respect his opinion because he was in the ring.
Do you know where the term Mark?
So he's just telling you that he doesn't respect.
He doesn't respect me because of that, but he respects me.
Yeah, we're boys.
For other stuff.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, I respect a wrestler's opinion, more than I don't expect people to respect mine.
I agree.
Like we're talking trash, and I'm a fan, and I talk about wrestling. But if people didn't respect my opinion because I'm not a wrestler, I understand.
I agree. Right.
I understand. But they should respect yours. They should respect Brian Alvarez, Bomb Boy when he's in there talking, Nick. They should listen to you guys. And Nick's got a brilliant mind. I don't know why that guy's not a booker. It drives me nuts. That guy drives me nuts. That's why he's not booking.
He should be doing something.
I agree. Somebody,
miss you, Nick.
Anybody listening who has creative power, hire Nick Berk.
Hire Nick Berk.
There's
a
more
t-shirt.
Nick
That's
Berk.
a whole
I
Nick
told
Berk.
you,
Berks.
my last actual podcast before Spencer passed away was the one we did. We traded shows, and listen to Nick talk about that whole softcore championship thing was one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
he's got an amazing mind.
I was like, this kid is sharp, and like nobody's like, why is nobody
picks up
talking to
on
him?
And the fact that he developed those opinions when he was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And like he had the presence to
He had
figure
that-
it out, to know it
He had that mind back then.
back then.
I didn't.
It's a beautiful mind, dude. He's
I still
Russell
kinda
Crowe.
Nick's still smarter than me somehow. All right, should we wrap this up? I apologize to anybody listening that it's like, oh man, Rick's crapping on everything.
It was a rough
Listen,
week, dude. It was
Don't
a-
apologize. No. I feel like
you know what?
I feel
I'm
like-
not apologizing. I'm going to eat your butt, and that's not a threat. That's a promise.
Are you talking to me?
That's a spoiler.
he just threw the mic away.
I feel like Randy Quaid in Major League 2 when he's just like, crapping all over the Indians. Like, wild thing, you make my butt stink.
Oh my God! What a great movie. Whatever. That was a great movie character. Dude.
But like I said, I thought AEW was a solid show, and
Yeah.
I didn't see NWA. I apologize. Like I can't watch all this wrestling. I'm sorry, guys. I have drinking to do. And then I thought NXT was great. I thought, especially opening up with Leo Rush versus.
That was a great match.
Why I blanked out on his name right now?
Whatever his name is.
Drew Gulak.
Nobody cares. He's buried now.
I thought it was a great opener. Like they know, like NXT knows what they're doing. I just think the show's too long. Did Sunday night suck? Yes, and it sucked. It also sucked for Becky and Sasha, and it sucked for Daniel and Roman and the Bludgeon Brothers, if you want to call them that,
Right.
because those guys killed it.
And they got
Ali
forgotten
killed
about.
it. Asuka came out and turned her entire career over in one match.
It was actually a good show. And then
Yeah, I mean,
Chad Gable looked great. Like they had a lot of good things going for that show.
everybody forgot about it.
And
Because of what
as
happened at the
soon
end.
as the finish always kills everything. If it doesn't, it either makes or break a show.
You know, it's like this is kind of the flaw in the show must go on, where the show is going on so much that things get lost in the shuffle. Like a thing will happen and you'll forget about it so quickly because so many other things
So
have
many other
happened.
things, yeah.
So this is where it's like you got to go back and sort of appreciate what
Dude,
what
that was the
happened.
match of the week. Becky and Sasha was the
Yeah,
match
it
of the
was
week.
killed
It beat
Yeah.
everybody on television.
No,
Everybody.
what did I text you guys like as soon as
Yeah.
it happened? I was like,
Banger!
banger!
I was working. I was just going to text you, shut up, because you guys always like, give away matches while I'm working.
I didn't tell you what
I was
happened.
here.
I was working.
I was here.
I was looking Lauv, L-A-U-V. I don't know. He's a pop singer. We're on this guy. Yeah, but they killed it. It was inventive. They did so much new stuff in that cage. Like it was brilliant.
Yeah, the thing with the arm in the door of the cage. Woo!
That when she ripped the chain, she stole the chain from the referee,
Yeah.
started punching Sasha with the chain.
Heck!
Such a great match.
All right, should we wrap this puppy up?
Poopy.
you know what that is? You know what that is? That's me eating your butt. See you guys later.
How you wrap it up?
This is awkward.
That's his plugs. His butt plugs.
Lana, I want to eat your butt.
Oh man.
Since you and Rusev are no longer together, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll just announce that we are coming back. I will not know yet. We have a name for a show. Everything's falling into place. It's now just waiting for Ed's workload in school and the job. Most likely we'll be back sometime in late November, early December. It's going to be a totally different show, about a half hour long, totally different concept, but it'll be myself and Ed. I think we're not drinking anymore during this, so we see how this goes. And then Cory.
Format change!
Cory came up with an idea, which Ed and I want to sit down and talk to you about, that other thing we were talking about.
Okay.
And he's really interested in doing it.
That's great.
The Eating Your Butt podcast.
Yeah. So Cory's just going to get on all fours, and then we're going to see who takes, who eats it the longest before.
Well, the one's going to stand on my back while I'm on all fours.
Okay.
And
So-
cheer the other one on.
So any of the people that actually listen to my show from here, we're coming back. It should be fun. Just be patient.
Matt, you got a network pick?
I don't have one this week, man. There's just so much stuff going
Because
on.
wrestling sucks! Cory, you got a, what do you got
I already
going
said
on?
my goodbye.
Check out episode 148 of my podcast, Evolving with Corey Castle, with AEW's Sunny Kiss and Killian McMurphy. And
Oh, you got Sunny Kiss on there?
Yeah, how?
I'm checking
why,
that one out.
You have a wrestling podcast, you know?
Dude, you got to
Man.
help us out, man.
We're dying. We're
At least
floundering.
at least get a sound bites. Let it
Yeah.
introduce the show. Like,
yeah, you're right. I as soon as it was over, and I texted Rick about it, and I was like, "Am I a jerk?" Because I didn't
yes,
say.
you are.
I didn't have him go like, "Hey, you're listening to Rassle Rock," Rassle Rock.
Rassle Rock.
So my bad. I'll see him again. I'll see him
You start
again.
getting these wrestlers on. At least get them to do intros for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm
Or at least say hi to me. I want to say hi to Mark Kalbacher and Rassle Rock. I just want that.
so I'm gonna be performing at Atlantic City Showboat Casino next week for Cosplay Pro Wrestling.
Nice.
I am going to be working now for Work Rate Entertainment. That's a new promotion out
Okay.
in the Poconos, so I'm debuting for them in November. I'll give you more information as it comes to me, as it gets closer. I mean,
Can I ref a match? I want to ref a match.
Probably. Pull a Dennis Stamp. Just show up one day with a referee shirt.
Well, you've never asked to come with us anywhere we go.
Because I don't like you guys.
Like you show up at shows while we're already there and the show has already started. If you show up before the show ever starts,
you better appreciate it. I drove in a half-inch of ice
that
for like
was-
an hour and a half to see you guys.
That was a rough day.
While my boss's wife was drunk, cursing me out via Instagram.
he doesn't show up to shows because we don't sleep with them.
only to see the fattest Sunny I've ever seen in my life, and I did not recognize her.
Yeah, she was bad.
I was like, I walked by, and Rick's like, she's saying hi to Sunny. I was like, that was her. And I don't want to fat shame, but Sunny, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. And I had a crush on you.
Yeah. Well, everybody did.
She was so angry though too. It wasn't cool. But Nick Berk killed it that night when they put him in the ring and he had to stall for a half hour.
Yeah.
that was fun.
I loved it.
The crowd didn't think it was fun.
What?
Oh man,
Watching
Crowd crapped on it.
watch him eat his balls for like.
it was on purpose.
I love you, Nick. That's why I'm only breaking balls because I miss you, man.
Come back soon, Nick Berk. Hashtag hire Nick Berk.
They should, dude. Somebody should.
Yeah. All right, let me run through my plugs
real quick. One more thing. Let me
Yes.
say, if you like the show, please let us know and let us know you exist. We would love some more ratings. We don't have enough of those on our iTunes.
Punch that like button in the face.
Totally
Punch
and Tasty Cakes on Instagram.
Totally and Tasty Cakes on Instagram at Corey Castle.
Tweets by flowers.
Tweets and grams by flowers.
Lost_cause25 on Instagram. I mean on Twitter.
And
I'm just Richard Feinberg Connor on
I
Facebook.
can't figure out how to change my name on there.
check us out. Let us know you exist. Let us know you dig the content that we're giving to you every week, consistently, free.
Yes.
We love
If
you,
you-
and you love us back, please.
And if you like this show, check out our merchandise store, teespring.com/stores/Rassle-Rock. Buy something from there because it's connected to a charity. Everything on there is connected to a charity. So buy something or you hate people.
You care about nobody.
Making babies cry. Check out my YouTube channel, tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. All of the DCW stuff we were just talking about, that's up on there. The WPW stuff is being uploaded slowly but surely. And subscribe to my channel because I appreciate it and I love subscribers.
One more thing.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Rick.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Rick.
My birthday is on Monday. Thank you very much.
We
I
love you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
I
Happy
appreciate it very
birthday.
much. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to me. And I lost my place. What else do I plug? Oh, I do a podcast with Mark's sister called It's Something to Do. That's on iTunes.
Hi, Karen.
We she doesn't listen. We cover
Hey, Karen. Thanks
Karen.
for not listening.
She's probably crocheting or something.
we cover movies and TV shows, and we find something to do. It's fun. It's on iTunes. Check it out. Also, there is another podcast that I started doing because I don't do enough.
Another podcast?
I'm the producer pretty much, but I'm on the air every week for Jerry Torres, the Jerry Torres program here on Wildfire Radio. He just had a guest on. His name escapes me, but he knew our show. I was like, yeah, I do Rassle Rock, and he's like, oh, you do? You're the Rassle Rock guy, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, Corey Castle was telling me about you, and I'm like,
oh, do I know this person?
yeah, he's apparently on your show. And he's like, yeah, I was on Evolving. I'm like, who the hell wasn't on Evolving?
Oh.
Who doesn't know Corey Castle? Why can't people just know me?
I didn't know
How
that.
am I not famous yet? Corey Castle's super damn famous. No, he's just because Corey's cool. All right, I think that'll about do it, man. I think we're about done here. I'll be back next week to crap all over another show that WWE puts out. That'll about do it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
Corey Castle.
Eating butts is Matt Flowers. Let's take it out like we always do with the lovely and very, very missed Mr. Nick Berk.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.